Hello to my family and friends. How are you guys doing? It is Tuesday, and I thought what I would do is a different kind of video for our babes. I put a couple of videos on there that were more maybe related towards speech goals and older kiddos, and I know that there are lots of little babes out there, and so I thought I would put on a few different strategies and ideas and different things you can do to help them get stronger, to hold positions a little better, and how you can utilize things around your house to do that. Now, it's going to be a little more difficult. I don't have a baby here to manipulate and to kind of move into places, and I will show you my boys. Yeah, right here. So they are big and probably not as flexible as they need to be doing the stuff on the floor that I need to show you for the babies. So anyway, we will just get started, and my sister is going to laugh because I was looking for a baby, and I have one from when I was a kid. It actually used to be my mom's doll. It is in really sad shape. So I'm a huge Cardinal fan, so I've got Fredbird. It'll be great. Okay. So let's put this over here and see if I can get this to stay like I need it to. Okay, perfect. So let's say Fredbird, we're hoping you're all Cardinal fans and not Cub fans, is the babe. There are a lot of things that you can do to work on sitting, getting stronger in the core, really getting these side muscles stronger so they learn to balance and navigate in their space a little bit better. Ball play is one of the best tools you can use for kiddos, even if it's for social play to roll it back and forth. It's also great for any kind of motor planning activities. When you put a kiddo up on a ball and you roll them back and forth, it's teaching them to catch the body, stop, have that awareness of where their body is in space. And you can even bring the ball all the way down so they can feel their feet touch the ground and feel them start to push up and bear weight and push up. And so you can take turns going up and down. You can use a lot of speech while you're also doing this activity. You can label the ball. You can make environmental sounds like whee. You can also go side to side. This exercise gets those lateral muscles over here and strengthen them so that you can catch yourself going back and forth. Something else you can do with a big ball, you can put the child up on top of the ball. And again, this is just a different way of doing some sitting exercises, really strengthening the head and the neck, stabilizing that core, and you can rock them back and forth this direction so that they're catching themselves coming forward and back, and maintaining head control and that upper body stability. And you also can go side to side. And when you do this, you'll really feel your kiddo trying to hold himself and come back up when you have him tip to the side. So that's a great exercise or activity for them. Something else to think about, because we love belly time, and one of the best things that you can do to work on your child's mobility, for head and neck control, and just overall strengthening is to do any activities on the belly. What that does is it not only gets the baby stronger, but allows them to put their hands down, to get their hands stronger, to really start to get the shoulders stronger and eventually lift up, and then get the back part up, and that's what helps to initiate crawling months down the road. Now, if you find your little one has a lot of difficulty on belly time, and if they're on their belly, and sometimes what you'll see is what we call this airplaning, and the arms and legs kind of come up like this when they're trying to be on the belly because it's such hard work. So what you can do is you can take something you have around the house and have them work on putting their arms over the top of some kind of roll. You can improvise. You can even take a towel and you can just fold it up like so. And that way it's nice and comfortable and soft, and you can put the arms out. We love to have those arms extended out and reaching instead of extracting, because when they're out like this, when we have toys and other things in front of them, they're much more apt to be able to reach out and play, and they're not having to work so hard to hold everything up, and they're able to use their hands more freely. And you want to make sure that you have toys on both sides and in front, because we want the child to be able to reach for things in front of them and go to the right side and go to the left side. It's important that we do everything right and left equally. It helps just to balance everything out, make for a good crawler on all fours and good walking. So that is one thing you can do. Another activity as well, you can take stuff that you have at home. Don't feel like you have to go and buy things to make toys or objects. So this is my laundry basket, and I am putting this towel over the top just to make it a little bit softer for my baby. And what you can do is put some toys on top of it, and we call this tall kneeling. So you want your child's arms to be up here and playing, and then you want the child on their knees like this. And that way they can rest comfortably and have their arms up here and reach and grab for toys. And then they'll start to get stronger. And while they're sitting back here playing and reaching for toys, you might see them start to extend up and get up on top, get up on their knees like this. But even this, what we call a half kneel, is really good. It works on getting the weight off their bottom, putting it on their legs, and really working on controlling all of this upper body while they're playing. So this is something you can use at home. You can use a diaper box, just put some stuff up here for them to play. Would be fabulous. Another idea too, if you're thinking about doing things, even if you're in the bathtub and let's say your kiddo is not really great at sitting yet, but really working on it, you can use a laundry basket and put that in the bathtub. It's a great thing to put in there just to help stabilize the child. You can put toys in there. It's super easy to use, easy to clean out when you're done. Flip it over, let it dry. You can also use this to help kiddos with sitting. I'm not a huge fan of bumbo seats. They really enclose the child in so much that they don't have to use a lot of muscles and a lot of control of their body to really sit in there. And what happens is when a child gets tired of sitting in a bumbo seat, they start to retract and arch back. So sometimes you'll see that carry over, and if you have a child on the floor, they'll start to arch their back and they'll feel themselves move, and they'll try to scoot on their back instead of actually flipping over to the belly and crawling. So we want to try and keep them on their belly, and if they are sitting and not great at sitting, put pillows around them. Use something like a laundry basket. You can put it up against your couch, and if they need a little bit of support in there because they're not stable enough, you can use yoga rolls, these little rolling things off to the side. You can also use pillows. So you can always take a pillow and stuff it back here like this. You can sit in there nice and comfy. And if you find they still need a little more stability, and that in the side, they still need something on the side, add another pillow. So add something else in there. Whatever you can do to help make that so that they're most comfortable. So you might want to add smaller pillows, find whatever support you can to make them stable in there. Put some toys in front of them so that way they feel nice and secure. So that's a good activity to do. And if they need a little bit less support, then you can always do what we call prop sitting. So you can take an object that you have at home. It can be a diaper wipe container. It can be any type of cube toy like this, and you set them in front like this. You can wrap their legs around it and help them to come forward. The great thing is if you use any kind of cube toy, or if you use a wipes container, you can always, this already has toys and things on it and activities for them to do. And if you don't have something and you're using a diaper wipes container, I'm just gonna put this in front of them now, you can always put some toys on top of it. And that way they can still reach out and still play with something. That way it keeps their arms coming forward, it keeps them engaged, and they can work on that balance and sitting. Another way to do some prop sitting is you can extend their legs out like this and put their hands down and have them reach, reach, reach. And help them realize that those hands are what are supporting their body. Until the rest of this gets strong enough, they need to use their hands to help support their upper body. Hey, he's doing pretty good there. So you might still need to assist a little bit, and sometimes the minimal amount of assistance you can give allows them the opportunity to really work those muscles, feel where their body is in space, but yet you are still helping them just a little bit. Help as minimally as possible. So you might just have to put a couple of fingers over here on the hip. See, look how much better he's doing. So you can just put a couple fingers over here on the hip. If they start to go to this side, pull, 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 have them come back up. If they start to go to this side, have your hand on this hip, help them pull back up like so. Okay? So those are some great ideas or activities you can do. Sometimes you can also incorporate anything when they're on the belly. Babies love mirrors. So you have anything that has a mirror on it or just a mirror at home, put that down, give them the opportunity to look straight at that mirror, look at themselves. They will love that. If you have an older sibling, have them get on the floor while they're on their belly and they can converse back and forth and just have a nice little social exchange as well. If you have any type of step stool, these work great. So a lot of times you'll have toddlers that have a step stool. Use that for the baby, and you can use that also to work on having them be in a tall kneel position. Either a half kneel or come all the way up. So you can use any of these ideas at home as ways to incorporate into some daily learning activities and muscle development and some good fun playtime. So let me find this little book. Here it is. I thought I would read a story since I read one to the big kids. The little ones need a story as well. So I found one that says, Baby Bath Time. Who is Mommy Duck looking for? Let's see. Her 3 baby ducklings. Now she's found them. 1, 2, 3, quack, quack, quack. Who wants to go in the toy bath? I wonder who wants to go in the toy bath. Let's see. Funny Frog. He loves to get clean. Ribbit, ribbit. Look at that frog. Ribbit, ribbit. Who plays behind the big seashell? I wonder who it's going to be. The shy seahorses. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3. And look at all the different colors. There's blue and orange and green. Do you see them? Blue and orange and green. Who has a striped bath towel? I wonder who has a striped bath towel. Look. Julie has a striped bath towel. Let's see who it is. It's Smiley Seal. She's nice and dry. Dry, dry, dry. She likes bath time. Do you like bath time? Who likes to ride in the little boat? Toot, toot. Let's see who likes to ride in there. It's Playful Teddy. He goes fast. That was fast, wasn't it? Who can we catch in the fish net? Splashy Fish. Now we'll let her go. Glub, 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 glub. Splash. Let's name all the bath toys again. I see ducks. I see the seal. There's the frog. The seahorses. The fish. And there's Teddy in the boat. The end, my special friends. I will see you soon.